We're retarded. I'm smiling because I realized that after setting up this fucking stream for the past 30 minutes, the light is right there and it's bothering me. Welcome to the stream. We're retarded. That's how I'm starting it. I mentioned I think the last stream, as a matter of fact, I mentioned something which was my rules when it comes to the beach, right? I'm very militant when it comes to the beach, when it comes to partaking in the societal adventure that is the beach. And I posted about it. I made a short. I made a TikTok. I made an Instagram reel. And it just proves to me that people are retards. Let's take a look at it. As a matter of fact, I don't know how I'm going to do this here accurately, seeing how many topics I have. So it's going to be a hard time putting it here. But let's take a look at it. You could see we have the thing here, the short. And let's see if I play it. Hopefully it starts in the beginning.
Get shot.
Of course, not going to start in the beginning. Thank you, YouTube. And you don't even let me. You don't even let me. So I'm going to have to refresh this. But let's see.
If you pee in the ocean, you should get shot. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. If I was president. Actually, I'm not sorry. All right? This is the Gaberhood.
This is the Gaberhood, and you are not welcome.
You are not welcome. If you pee, if you defecate, if you think it's quirky or cute, or, hey, it's the ocean, I could pee in it. It's not going to matter. It does matter. It does matter to me. There's going to be other people going in the water. Other people are going to be splashing that water around, and it could potentially have dookie or pee-pee.
So that's the post, right? And what it was that got my attention were all the comments. Because typically something like this, I wouldn't think it would be an argument. I think people would agree. They'd be like, yeah, man, it's disgusting. People go, they piss nearby where you are. They have no care. No, my friends. It's the exact opposite. Let's take a look at the comments that I received here. I realized YouTube has their comments. You're going to have to see them above me, which is kind of annoying. Now, I could move myself. I could probably do that. Look at that. But then I'm going to have to look this way, which is against the microphone. So we're moving things as the show progresses. This is a dynamic show, my friends. So here, you do already realize that it's a toilet to 1,000 of marine animals, dookie stew. Yeah, I'm not retarded, okay? I'm aware that it's a mass of animal feces. However, what I'm referring to specifically, you retard, is the nearby vicinity in which you are sharing with other people. Right? Typically, you're not going to go into deep water when you go to the beach. You're not even going to go to deep-ish water. You're going to go and you're going to be there by the sand. You're going to wet maybe your waist and below, and that's about it. But people like to point out that it's a cesspool of feces from animals. This guy's going to have a freaking mental breakdown when he figures out marine animals have to defecate and dookie and pee-pee. Yeah, I'm aware. That's in the deep parts. Okay, I'm talking about the beachy part. I'm talking about the sandy area where, again, you're sharing it with other people. So there's a possibility that if someone defecates over here, the waves are going to push it towards me. And now I'm going to have your dookie in my vicinity. That's what I'm referring to. Does he not know about how much nut a whale shoots out? Or better yet, anemones when they spawn. Look it up. That's one of many comments referring to whale cum, right? Whatever, you're an idiot. I'm peeing in the ocean and no one could stop me. Good for you. You should be shot if I was president. You should definitely not pee in the ocean. You should do as I do. Save it for lakes only, of course, making a little bit of a funny. But we have all the comments here. Y'all telling me you really go to the beach and dookie in the water? We deserve COVID. Only 3 likes. Only 3 likes that received. This one, for example, just to compare, got 31 likes. 31 likes, because apparently we live in a fucking mediocre society where you could just go to the beach. You could just shit in the water right there by the people. Some of them are, but most of us just see the idiocy in your claim. Oh, shut up with your fucking stupid SAT terms. Each male... See, apparently there's an obsession with whale cum. Yeah, but they're not coming on the shore. All right, they're not coming right there on the shore. They're coming in the deep water. And yeah, maybe the waves might bring it, but it's probably going to be the weight of the cum. It's probably going to bring it down to the bottom of the ocean. Wait until he finds out about waste management. Yeah, but they're not putting out the waste in the shore where you're going to the beach. Am I the only one here that has a brain? Wait till this guy, what happens to a lot of raw sewage? Okay, again, I addressed that. Let's see. I have been lucky enough to travel the world, and you'd be amazed at the list of bodies and waters that I have urinated in. All right, great. Thank you. I appreciate for you letting me know that you'd be the first one I'd shoot. This guy wears a mask in the shower. What? What does that even mean? Lee Guile 2611. Let's see what this guy says. I think agreeing. Just being able to thumbs this up once wasn't enough. So I had to comment, you're a loser. You're a loser. So I read these comments and I was increasingly upset at the idea of individuals thinking that it's okay. What a maroon. That it's okay to pee in the water. Let me move myself back in place here. Now, again, I feel like I'm misunderstood. As I am many times here on the channel, I feel like I'm misunderstood. I'm aware that the ocean is just a cesspool of bacteria and shit and piss and bodies and whale cum. I'm not aware of that. I'm aware of that, very much so. However, what I'm talking about is the shore. The shore where everybody is sharing this communal space and where I've seen parents encourage their kids to shit in this communal body of water and piss. And people that I seen that post texted me individually and they said, oh, so what am I supposed to do? You're supposed to hold it. You hold it and then you go to the bathroom and then you pee and then you come back. That's what you're supposed to do. Not just release yourself in the water. God, we live in a society, my friends. You can't just shit and piss wherever you want. It feels good. It feels great to piss your pants. It feels wonderful to shit. Very relieving. But are you going to do that in the ocean? Where there's going to be people there? In the shore, rather? Where there's going to be other people, possibly babies? No, I'm trying to better society, and we have all these people pulling us down. So, my conclusion is that we're retarded. We deserve COVID. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Welcome. This is the Pigcast. This is a channel dedicated to magic tricks. However, I have to have some sort of outlet, some form of therapy, and this is what it is. This is the Pigcast. It's a podcast. We're not going to really talk about magic tricks. We talk about things that are bothersome to me, like people mentioning that you could pee freely in the water and defecate because of the amount of other. It's the adage. It's the old adage. If your friend jumps the bridge, are you going to jump the bridge? Are you? I have nipples, Greg. Do you want to milk me? This is the Gaberhood.
This is the Gaberhood, and you are not welcome.
You're not welcome with your retarded take on oceans and stupidity. I'm talking about the shore. Obviously, there's going to be things in the deep water. All right, I took a oceanography class in college. I'm a Miami man. I'm aware of the oceans and bodies of water as a survival mechanism, because if I'm not, guess what? I die. So instead, I have all these idiots, all these oceanographers telling me, be better.
Be better. Be better. Be better. Be better.
What a start. Let's look at these comments here. I know I've skipped a couple. This is the Gaberhood. We had a couple here about Karens as per the title of this particular stream. The regular crowd shuffles in. Brianna Villa Cañad, who's a very interesting name, reminds me of that guy from the Antifa rallies. Great to know that you're back. So this is a Wendy's. Okay, I can't mention that one out loud. No women allowed. This is the Gaberhood, but gays like meant in middle school. I had the same mentality when it came to my birthday. No girls allowed. People wanted to invite their significant others. They wanted to invite girls. I said no girls allowed. Just dudes drinking. That's what I wanted. I didn't want headaches. I didn't want extra testosterone. When there are girls around, your friends get weird. They get different. They start to kind of try to impress the chicks. I don't want that. I just want us to be able to talk without some girl chiming in and saying something irrelevant. Going through here. Rumble or OnlyFans. Rumble or OnlyFans, whichever pays. Unfortunately, my girl Anna de Guzman already made the OnlyFans joke in references to card tricks. Although I'm waiting for hers to open so that I could be the first one. When should I release the compilation? Estaba Pariba de ti. That's not even correct. I'm not going to address that because of how incorrect that attempt at Cuban/Puerto Rican/Dominican Spanish was. Triggered Overlay says grass-fed Gary. I don't know what you were referring to. Overlay. I hope there wasn't an overlay there. It seemed good from the preview window. They got you PigCake. This is what happens when you try to break into the shorts algorithm. You open yourself up to the masses of retards. Am I wrong? Am I wrong here? I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong, but I just want to know if you guys agree and you're also wrong or you're right. You're right if you agree with me, because if you defecate or urinate, it's like I've seen a pair of panties float from one end of the beach and just go and float to my end of the beach. I've seen that with a lot of different things. So if a pair of panties could do that, if a Snickers wrapper could do that, what makes you think that a piece of poop is not going to do that? It's going to do that, and it's going to go into my area. So now that pee, you think is going to, it's in a body of water, it's in the ocean, but that water is going to hit me at some point, that pee water, especially with how many people apparently piss in the water. Iker, you're my favorite, says JJ the OK. Babies shit their pants. They're used to it. Let's face it. Anyone who needs to be told to go to the bathroom is too dumb to listen. There you go. Thank you. Facts. I'm going to pin you for that. Because you think it would be something that would be obvious. But no. No, of course not. I'm going to rewatch every Pigcast and rate them. Well, I have to appreciate who's the one doing those. I can't find the comments now. I think Slatzer. Every one of these Pigcasts, he's breaking them down in terms of time frames, and I'm very appreciative of that because you get to click on the actual little time frame, and it gets to say something funny, right? So it could be like, oh, PigCake dunks on the UK, and you click it, and it's me saying something about England. So I appreciate that. I save my poop and pee for special Japanese toilet. I refuse to reduce myself to doing it everywhere else. Thank you. You're a man of class. You're not one of these troglodytes that just pisses wherever they feel like it, that just poops in the ocean. Ugh. I went to Cesar E. Chavez Middle School. We didn't use gay. I know that's some sort of insider bits, but just the specific reference to middle school makes me giggle a little bit. So that's the beach bits, right? That's after going to the beach and dealing with that. I tend to get little clips. I want to get little clips from the show and put it on YouTube Shorts, maybe entice more people to check out the actual podcast because I have fun doing these. I have fun doing these. I have the most fun doing these, rather. I still enjoy doing the other videos that I put on the channel, but these make me feel more fulfilled than those. So I hope that I could get more eyes on those. We have an action-packed episode here today. We have a lot of topics of conversation. My goodness. A lot of topics of conversations. We're going to talk about Karens, airplane Karens. Now, Karens is a term that's recently popped up, recently in the past, I would say 4 to 5 years, that talks about an individual that is just an asshole in public, right? They could be your neighbor that cares too much about statutes. Usually they're in the HOA in whatever building or I call it apartment core in those living communities. Like, for example, where Daniel lives. Daniel, my old partner from Ham Radio. He lives in one of those that they care about the length of your grass. And if you want to paint the house that you bought, that you decided to save money and pay for, and that you're paying for the water and everything, you have to ask for approval to paint your house from the HOA. Fuck off. Suck my dick. If I'm paying for this shit, you better come here and blow me if you're going to come and knock on my door. So Karens are like those. They meddle in your business. And I remember specifically when one time I went to Daniel's house and I was helping him cut his lawn. And of course, yeah, it's 10 in the morning. But if I'm doing the lawn, I'm going to have a cigar. I'm going to have a beer, right? I'm not just going to do somebody's lawn without having a beer, at least. I don't care if it's 10 in the morning. I treat it like the airport. You have people drinking at 6 in the morning in the airport because it's like where time doesn't exist. Same thing when you're cutting a lawn. I was cutting a lawn, and he made me put the beer in a koozie.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
He made me put the beer in the koozie, and it wasn't so the beer stays cold. It was so that the neighbors don't see me drinking. What does it matter? It's your lawn. You could do whatever you want. It's your property. And now I don't care if they see me drinking a beer at 10 in the morning. That's their prerogative. That's their problem. And of course, I was proven somewhat incorrect when every single neighbor that walked by does this thing to whatever you're doing on your lawn. You could be doing something, I don't know, something menial like your taxes on your lawn, and they'll still be like, oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? Mind your own fucking business. That's what's going on, bitch. Mind your own business. I said a curse word, and he goes, shh. What? Why would you live there? Those are Karens, the ones that complain openly and tend to do that. So we're going to be talking about some in airplanes specifically. Now, here's the thing. This one's a black girl, right? So is it Karen? Is it biracial? I think so. I think it could be a Karen and a black girl. The other Karen here are two old bitches. So they're white. So it's I think Karen is one of these things. People tend to overthink it, but Karen is an equal opportunity term. We also have a pisser. Why did I write pisser? Oh, okay. This is in regards to an elevator. Permanently online, I guess that's in reference to an individual that I deem as having a problem that is something that's more pervasive now, which is permanent online disorder. When you are permanently online and you bring the terms from online to real life, and it makes you look like a mentally ill. Let's just look at it. That one's a good one to start with. Let's find it here. So this is on Twitter. I've been on Twitter a lot as of late. I think it's gotten better. Some people will debate that with Elon Musk's what do you call this? His acquisition of Twitter. I think it's gotten great. I like the idea that now you have two sections. You have following, and then you also have the other section, which is just random tweets of things you might be interested in. Mine tend to be fairly political. They tend to be some thoughties every once in a while. Same with my TikTok. It's like they know me. I'm afraid of what else information they're getting. But whatever information they're getting, it's just going to be like what information, what usefulness is going to be information that I like CBT pornography, right? You're not really going to get anything interesting from that. So this guy right here is one that I believe he's calling the guy a chud. He's calling the guy a chud. I think this looks like some sort of college class. It doesn't look like a high school to me. I see a cup of noodles on the table. Here's what I'm looking at, right? This doesn't look like a high school environment. So this guy ostensibly is above the age of 18, an adult, and this is the behavior that he's partaking in. Now, we don't know the context of that, but what he's calling him is a chud. A chud. This is a term that I think is one that's only used online. I've only ever seen it used online for good reason, because if you see it used in person, you end up looking like this. You end up being one of these guys, and you never want to be one of these guys, especially where you're caught on camera. It's 2023. Everything you ever say will be caught on camera, will be recorded, will be scrutinized by the internet forevermore. You're going to be someone's Google search 30 years from now, and they're going to laugh at you, as I am, because this guy's calling him a chud. And just that nervous, angry energy. We have the teacher behind him. The responses for this were pretty good, I got to say. Twitter has gotten better. Amazing stuff in reference to the shirt. I think whenever you put a shirt stating your beliefs, you're pretty much setting yourself up for failure. And those are including beliefs that I have. So I think if I put my own beliefs on my shirt, that's kind of gay, I gotta say. He calls him a chud, right? So we have somebody fixing it here. Of course, we have a standard kind of a variation of the soy jack meme for this one. So I agree. This is what happens when you're permanently online, right? This is what happens. You end up having no adrenaline control. And anytime something happens that would be a situation that's somewhat confrontational, this is your response. Oh, God. You can't do that to yourself. You really can't. Because whereas we're becoming more online, you still have to go outside. You have to touch the grass. You have to smell the air. You can't just be inside all day and then go out to the real world and react like this when something happens. I'm willing to bet that the context behind this is nothing. It's just insignificant. So that might be my postulation. If somebody has any other take on this that maybe you know, maybe this guy, maybe you know the guy, maybe you know the chud caller. But apart from that, oh boy. Did you mow his lawn with the balaclava on? No, that's the worst part. I was doing it normally. I think I put a picture on my Instagram forever ago. La pieza fallante es una referencia a los clips que se toman de este canal para arruinarlo. So I'm assuming that you mean that the missing piece deck, which is my upcoming deck coming the 19th of June, this Monday, as a matter of fact, to Kickstarter. Everything's set. The Kickstarter is approved. I've sent a couple prototypes around, so hopefully that should get some more eyes on it. So you're referencing the missing piece is not the deck. It's these clips from this that are going to ruin my channel. I'm not sure about that. But again, I don't like these weird anonymous accounts with these fucks. Karen thinks she's everyone's mom. That's true. I think that's a point that I've ignored. They think that they're entitled to certain things like a mom would. There was one that I was talking to my friend about that I think I've shown here in the Pigcast before, where some bitch walks into somebody's house. They're having a party. They're a little bit loud. It's a Saturday. And this bitch goes in, guys, I would appreciate it if you quieted down. And then she just leaves. I'm like, you're walking into somebody's house. If that's here in Florida, guess what? I'm taking out my self-defense grenade and I'm taking you down with me, granny. All right, you bitch. Guess what? You didn't expect that. You expected to live at least 5 more years in your retirement home. Now you're living no more years because you decided to make the mistake of walking through the sanctity, the castle that is my home, you bitch. I almost had a heart attack there. A POC Karen is a shikaren. I've heard different terms, standard, what do you call this? Stereotypical POC names, right? By the way, POM is one that nobody made a comment on in one of my recent tutorial videos. I coined the term POM, right? Instead of POC, person of color, person of magic. So you could take that as you would. I thought it was a good one. I guess I deserve one of those. Let's see here. Can you share your WhatsApp number for us when we need some guidelines in something? I'm going to say no. Unfortunately not. Although my information is readily available. If you look, I mean, it's not something I'm happy about, but it's readily available. It's an unfortunate downside of starting a business in the United States where people have used that information against my own good graces. But again, that's the problems with doing stuff online is that everything tends to be out there. But I think if I share my information publicly, it's going to involve a lot of dicks sent to my phone, and I don't want that. There's enough dicks on my phone as it is. Steve Brooksy says Black Karen is Black Karen. That's good. That's actually good. You're using the last letter of black and the first letter of Karen to make a word there. Not pinnable, but pretty good. Spanish Karen is Shakiran. You're getting a pin for that, Manel. Shakira reference, right? Replace pinned message. That's a good one, I gotta say. I pinned that not because it's like, oh shit, that's really good. It's because it's more clever. Sometimes a clever comment deserves the pin of glory. You have that short dick shirt, PigCake. Yeah, I do have that short dick shirt. I'm not wearing it now. As you can see, I'm wearing it again. I'm going through a Miami Vice phase to the point where I was scouring yesterday at 2 o'clock in the morning online for a linen white jacket. And I'm considering buying female linen jackets because they seem to be the one that fits what I'm looking for the most. And it's difficult to find. It's definitely harder to find in my size. But I'm considering buying a female's one. It's not different. There's a difference in the cut. Some of them are pretty uniform because they're all made in fucking China. Some female ones don't have this pocket, which is a little bit of a problem. But I'm considering it just to acquiesce to my, my Miami Vice phase. But I'm going through it. What else here? A woman said lol to me instead of actually laughing. I think that that's okay to... If you're going to domestically hit somebody, it's okay if they go LOL in person, right? If they go LOL in person. I've done that as a bit to be aggravating, but if somebody does that unironically, they definitely deserve this right here. What else here? Japanese Karen equals Karen-san. Not as clever as Shakiran. Shakiran is pretty funny because it does involve a person who's perfect, by the way. Shakira is a perfect woman. I've heard people say Lamau and not laugh. That's the other one. I don't know how many bitches I've sent messages to, and they hit me with a Lamau, and I know they're looking at me, or they're looking at their phone like this. If you're going to Lamau, that means that you're fucking really laughing. It's more stronger. It's more stronger than a lol. It's not as strong as Lamau foul, laughing my fucking ass off, or even stronger, which is rolling on the floor, laughing my ass off. That's the epic one. That's the most epic one. Is Karen a porn thing? Asking for a friend. Karen is not a porn thing, I think. I don't think it starts from pornography. It starts, from my understanding, from that it's a Karen haircut. I think it started with the haircut, and then people realized, oh, it's not just a haircut. It's not just, I'm going to call the manager haircut. It's also the lifestyle. You're a bitch. I follow a lot of people on TikTok that categorize or they chronograph, they catalog. I think the word is catalog. Their neighbor, and the neighbors are always crazy. And it's these bitches that they care too much about ordinances. And obviously on TikTok, you could put cameras, you could put footage from your fucking security cameras, and it's great to watch because these people are out of their fucking mind. I guess talking so much about Karens, might as well get into the actual one, right? Let's see if I could find the actual individual story here. It's on TikTok. I had to struggle to find this after I saw it initially, which is the unfortunate downside of this. So let me put this out here. I know a lot about you, like why you're watching this ad, and it's specifically because you've looked up magic tricks. Well, hey there, my name's PigCake, and I've been doing magic trick tutorials on YouTube for the better part of 6 years. And I'm here to tell you about the PigCake Magic Academy with over 1,200 videos already uploaded, designed to make you an expert magician. You get access to all the content the moment you sign up, and I'm uploading every single week. As a matter of fact, I uploaded a video today. Just look at that list of moves, tricks, ideas that you're gonna get access to the moment you sign up. It doesn't end. As a matter of fact, I could stop talking completely, and the list is still gonna keep going. Just look. So check it out, the PigCake Magic Academy. The link is going to be below. I go with you, but I'm stuck in this video. But I'll wait for you to go ahead and click it. Go ahead, you know you want to. I lied. I put an ad for the PigCake Magic Academy. Its home is on Patreon. 1,300 tutorials, exclusive to there. You should check it out. You see what I did? I lied. I'm a liar. Let's actually go to it now. How great would it be if I played it again, by the way, the whole ad? I'm not going to do that. I know a lot about... I kid. This right here. And this annoyed me. Warning, abuse behavior. Really? It's not abuse behavior. It's a dumb bitch in public. But this is the one that really ground my gears. You fit in the bike rack. Thank you for that. I appreciate the love and affection of the PigCake community. Brian Ballard. Good to see you again. I don't think I've seen you here in a while on the Pigcast, on the official podcast home of the PigCake channel. Fuck, that would have been a car crash. So this one, this is not a Shakaran. This is a Blakaran, I guess. Thank you, Steve Brooksy, for coining that.
We on the motherfucking ground? Let me the fuck off!
Shut up!
Get your hands off!
What a fucking idiot. I mean, a plane is never something. We do it because we have to, right? It's the most efficient form of travel. You're going from one place to another. You're not going to fucking take a boat, right? You're not going to be on the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. You're not going to be in a cruise liner. They go to France from Miami. You're going to take a plane, right? It's going to make sense. I believe this one's out of Orlando. But everyone is in the same sort of mindset, which is let's just do this. All right. We know it's going to be annoying. The bathroom's going to be annoying. You got to go through the pointless TSA. You got to go through this. So let's just all hold hands together and go through this as efficiently as possible. And you have dumb bitches like this that are just entitled. They think that they're the only ones. They think it's what, a taxi? You think you're in an Uber? You think that you could just decide when you get out of the fucking plane? No, everybody has to go by the rules. I don't know how many times we've mentioned it. George Costanza from Seinfeld said it best. We live in a society. In that Chinese restaurant, I believe, in that episode.
Yo! Give me the ruler trance. Sit your ass down.
Hey, come down, please.
Always someone want to make commotion.
Hey, come down.
Shut up.
We on the ground, right? Yes. I'm tired. I ain't smoking a
So
cigarette.
are we. Who cares?
Yeah.
Look at this bitch. Look at this entitled bitch. I remember when I was in college. MDC, Miami-Dade College, home of the Sharks. It'd be great if they had dorms. The amount of meth and heroin and crack and semen that would be in those dorms would be hysterical. But I remember seeing a girl running out of class and shaking, grabbing her pack of cigarettes just to try to be able to light it and smoke. And then she smokes it and the shakes stop. And she goes, oh, Like you're in class, you're so hocked up on the fact that you haven't had your little nick stick for 20 minutes that you're shaking, you're vibrating. This bitch comes in there to this airplane. Listen, nobody's had a good meal in the amount of time. Although, I lie. Airplane food has gotten really, really good. I'm actually a huge fan of it. I've never had a bad experience when it comes to food on an airplane. But you're there, you're cramped, you're uncomfortable. You can't go to your vices. You can't jerk off, that's for sure. You can't fuck unless you want to be a part of a notorious club. It's just, you're having sex in the most gross place on the planet. Something that nobody's cleaned for 7 hours with about 900 people's shits. So good job with that. But here, I haven't had a cigarette. I'm tired. That's everyone. That's 99% of people on an airplane. You haven't had a cigarette in a while and you're tired. But you think you're special? Oh, you think you're special? Oh. Let's go back here. See this bitch? She haven't had a cigarette.
I'm tired. I ain't smoked a
So
cigarette.
are we. Who cares?
I haven't had a cigarette in 7 fucking hours. Who cares? My goodness. I think it would be appropriate at this point, and I don't think any judge, well, maybe you'd have the right fucking Karen judge, if you lit a cigarette yourself and then put it out on her forehead as she was complaining. You just put it out right there on her stupid little forehead.
It's a good time to stop smoking.
Kids is waiting on me.
Everybody's
Shut up.
tired.
Got kids here. Shut up.
I didn't touch her.
I saw.
I didn't touch her.
Yes, yes, you did.
I didn't touch you. I went around like that.
Arrest her
She's
ass
getting in their
Orlando.
faces.
Let's go.
If you don't go take a seat right now,
Gross.
You get the fuck out of my face.
please. You have a lot of
Get the hell out.
witnesses.
Yo, get the fuck out of my face.
They're so directive, like they're your boss.
If you open up that door, the slide will deploy.
I also love the heckling, by the way. That's the other part that I've enjoyed about this video is the heckling, where it's just one of the yo, sit down, bitch. Come on, man. Yo, bitch. I think one of them says something pretty clever here in a little bit. But what are you doing? What do you think? They're just gonna open the doors? They're just gonna release you? There's a process. The plane has to land. It has to taxi, right? It has to go to the gate. It has to park. They have to bring the fucking thing. They have to connect it. There's a lot. You fuck.
And then this air
I don't give a
traffic
fuck
only.
about deploys.
I don't give a
I
fuck.
don't give a fuck about deploys. I want to get the fuck off.
This just annoys me, by the way. Warning abuse behavior. I think I'm trying to get to the part where the guy says something and then people laugh, where he gets a nice little pop.
The bus.
When you call law enforcement, guess what? I'm gonna get off. You stupid as fuck, because when you call law enforcement, I'm gonna get off, bitch.
Just have a seat.
Now let me the fuck off. And you'll end up going to jail. You get the fuck out of my face.
Put her on the no-fly, so I don't have to get her on the way back.
Maybe I misremembered it, but homeboy says put on a no-fly. What a bitch. And then now you're going to ruin the whole trip because you got to wait there. The cops have to come in. They have to arrest her. Now you're going to wait longer. You could possibly miss your connecting flight all because of this bitch. Oh, just unaware. I guess some of the comments here, unfortunately, this one is a repost. So there's only 2 comments. One that says, was Rima on that flight? Calm down. To be honest, she just wanted a cigarette. What is this idiot even talking about? But this is not an uncommon thing. If you look up plane Karen, if you look up Karen on a plane, Karen airplane, you're going to find a lot of these situations where people are just, they cross their arms and they think, yeah, this is what I'm doing. The one that I've seen as of late is people buying like 3 seats and then saran wrapping it. What do you think? It's your little hotel room? I have to look this up now because might as well just add this to the cesspool of topics here. Google.com. I have to go to google.com because I'm on Bing, which is the, I was going to make a Holocaust thing there, but it's the Holocaust of internet search browsers. What was I going to look up? Oh, saran wrap airplane. Let's see if this comes up so I could show you. Woman insulates her row with plastic wrap. I've seen this multiple times. I've seen this a couple different times with people doing this. More than once, at least. So odd. Woman insulates her row with plastic wrap before flight attendant dismantles it. What are you getting at, man? So this one over here, I guess she's saran wrapping. She's putting her legs up. One of you's Gen Z folk. I hate whoever wrote this already. Matthew Clint. I hate the way you started this article. Perhaps one of you Gen Z folk can explain why somebody would create a fake video of herself in a mock aircraft wrapping plastic wrap as if to stake a role for herself. It's simply because she knows bloggers are looking for clicks. What? I guess if this is not a real thing. But here we have at least some pictures of this type of incident. I believe during COVID, this probably reached the height of ridiculousness when it came to people doing things on an airplane. If you watch this video, it's 100% clear this video is fake. Generic uniform without logos or badges, tiny cabin. So I guess this guy found that it was, in fact, a fake video. But look right here. This is real. Woman in a plastic bag. Is she not aware? Is she not aware that that's going to eventually kill her? I don't know. I think we're stupid. I think what the internet has done is that while it's provided us access to infinite information, it's also dumbed us down because the information is there. You don't have to live with the information. You could just find it online. So knowledge is pretty much no longer a requirement. So you have people just putting themselves in bags in airplanes just because. Now, that one might have been fake. I should take an L on that one. But the fact that I thought it was real makes you wonder about the rest of society. You don't know. You don't know what's parody anymore. You don't know what's actually real, what's parody. She wanted a private airline service with a coach ticket. That's what it seemed like had it been real. Again, we seem to have dismantled that. Let's go through here. PigCake when he goes to the beach. I don't know what you're referring to. If the saran wrap, unless that's what you're talking about, that should be me covering myself up in saran wrap. What are you talking about? The last week somebody threw a rock at the tram in Japan. Japan changed a bit. A lot of foreigners ruined Japan. God damn. That could be a little bit of a, what do you call this? A controversial opinion, according to some. I do like the idiocracy response. Shut up. Yeah, isn't that great? That's the most intelligent and reasonable response that somebody has to this woman causing a scene in a fucking airplane, which is, shut up, dude. Dude, shut up, man. I'm sure you could have taken that opportunity to just roast her from top to bottom. If you jerk off under a blanket in a plane, does it count? Are you in the club? I think so. I think so. You don't need another person. You just need to do some sort of sexual activity in a mile high, you're a mile high from the ground. I was on an airplane during a red eye from Jamaica to Canada, and there was a crying baby on board. I've never wanted to die more in my entire life. That's a great Louis C.K. bit. That's a wonderful Louis C.K. bit where he talks about what people expect. So I have to reset my video drivers, right? Shut up, dude. Where if there's a crying baby, what do they expect you to do? Yeah, all right. It's not crying anymore. It's a great bit. He does it way better. Here's another one, right? Another group of Karens. And my favorite are Karens being proven wrong in the same video, right? So this one is a group of entitled, I would say, cunts waiting for a parking spot at a Walmart. That might be the most American shit you've ever heard in your entire life. But here it is. It's a group, old hags. And the title, as the caption says, when the two Karens realize they effed up. Facepalm emoji. Sometimes you just want to find an nearest bridge.
Calm down.
I don't want to calm down. I want. No, I
And
want.
stop filming me.
We're not stopping the filming. Don't turn off. Don't turn off. Come on, get out of the car. What is taking so long? Why does it take so long to get out of the car? It took forever. Come on, let's go.
Sir, thank you for coming over, and I'm sorry I got you involved in this mess. It was an honest mistake. They were sitting over there without a signal and looked like they were filming some kind of TikTok or face space video.
Face space.
Calm down.
She said keep recording. I don't know if you caught that. I want. It's always me. I want. I'm in a public area. We live in a society, but me first.
No, I want.
Stop filming me.
She doesn't even know she wants.
Don't turn off. Don't turn off.
Don't turn it off. And then I'm glad that they do record this part. They were awfully quiet for that second part when Homeboy comes out of his car with a little fucking leg scooter here. Let's see the comments. I don't know if this is on TikTok. Why is it taking so long? Oh, they got so quiet. Yeah, that is true. I don't think that they should be this angry without knowing all the information. That's the part that I think makes the Karen, is making assumptions wildly about a situation without necessarily knowing all of the facts, and then bringing that to light, to the unfortunate downside of other people. I'm an amputee. I parked in a handicap spot. Karen yelled at me before I got out. She was so quiet before she saw my prosthetic foot. Again, seems to be more common than you would like to imagine. If you Google Karen, you're just going to find compilations of these bitches just being demeaning to public service, or maybe just employees of establishments, just going in and talking down to them. Oh, hey, what the fuck? Bitch, you do what I tell you. Are you not aware that they're in control of the food? I never fuck with food. Why would I go and be mean to someone? Even if I get the wrong order, it depends. It depends. But if I get the wrong order and it's something that's manageable, it's something that's all right, I ordered maybe something and they bring like a chicken, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to take it back. The last thing I want to do is complain about food that they're in control. They could go in there, they could rub their nasty dicks on it. They could do so much to that. I'm not about to do that. Even if you're polite, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to take a gamble on that. So could you imagine pointing at someone in a Starbucks because your order's taking a little bit long? That's common. That's getting very common. I remember being in a Big Lots the other day. Big Lots, unfortunately, they happen to have a lot of stuff that's relatively cheaper there compared to other things. So I go to Big Lots. But what does that entail? That entails usually a situation where there's some woman that holds up the line. Many times there's two old ladies working the line. The line stretches long. Sometimes the line is very small and you wonder, whoa, did I reach the Holy Grail? Is this it? This is a surprise. I don't know that I'm going to go to this place and manage to get all my stuff done in 10 minutes. No, that's never the case. If there's no line, it's for a reason. And usually it's because there's a Karen taking full control of the old lady that's there trying to ring her shit up, complaining about a 50-cent difference in items. Come on, you're at Big Lots. Everything's used. Everything's open box. Come on, be better.
Be better. Be better. Be better.
Bitch. Let's go through here. Sorry, I skipped some comments here. There's only silent Karen in Japan. Nobody would ever dare make a scene in public here, says Mike Jiggs. You say here as they're only silent Karen in Japan. Oh, I guess you're referencing Japan, unless you currently are in Japan, in which case, what time is it over there? I feel like you shouldn't be watching a stream at this time. Or maybe it's in the morning. I'm also retarded. I assume that the planet revolves around the United States. She steps foot in the hood and gets shot by a brother, says Iker. PigCake's name is like Voldemort. Everybody knows it, but no one says it. I remember my uncle that didn't have a leg and faced a Karen. Last time I saw him was 30 years ago. I don't know if you're making a reference. Sorry, I read the above comment to that by Steve Brooksy. A Karen's pronouns are I and me. It's a lot of me search. Me. I want to be here. No. I want what I want. What I want is this. This is what I want. Sometimes you have to wait. Sometimes you have to realize that we live in a society, you bitch. You can't just go to somewhere and expect to be served. I've talked about this many times. The reason I know God exists is because of the invention of the queue, right? The line. I've mentioned this before, but it has to be something that's said. The line is a perfect system. It's self-policing. It's perfect because you know who came first, right? It's the person in front. Who's going to get served first? The person that was there first. You come in, you stand behind. You know how long it's going to take for you to get served. You roughly know. You could guesstimate, right? If you see people being treated faster, you could see which line is longer. If there are multiple lines, you could go, oh, this line is longer. I'm going to go here. Or sorry, this line is shorter. I'm going to go here rather than the long line. It's a perfect system. And yet, these Karens, these troglodytes, these inbred retards, they see this perfect system, the queue, and they decide to just ignore it. They go, oh, well, what's going to happen to me at Big Lots? Happened to me today at Big Lots. I'm there waiting in the line. I go to where the line is created. I'm there standing, and some old guy's just standing behind a person behind the counter. So then the person I was there getting attended to, some old guy's just standing there holding something. Are you dumb? Look at the rest of the people. You're the only person standing there. What does that tell you? It tells you that you're not in the right spot, you idiot. And then he goes and he tries to get served and he's kind of playing dumb. And then the lady goes, no, he's next in line. There's a line, sir. And then he's like, what the fuck? What's going on? Oh, man, I didn't know. I didn't know. You've been around the planet for 70 years, and you didn't know that you had to go to the back and then progress through the line? You fuck. It's a perfect system. And yet these Karens think that they could circumvent it because they think they're, I don't know, they're more valuable, they're more important. They think that whatever they're doing, we all take shits. We all take painful shits sometimes. As Louis C.K. said. As Dane Cook once said. Or maybe he stole it from Louis C.K. Maybe. Wow. Look at that. I just came up with a theory here based on one of my favorite jokes. The Queen of England has taken a painful shit. Right? We're all people. So we live in a society. If you see a line, know your place in a line. Don't think you could circumvent it because your situation is more important. There are people in the lines that probably have either more important or more permanent more pertinent or things that could be just as to your situation. But no, you think you're more important. Fuck off. Fuck off. Going through here. Let's see. I read the other comment. Goddamn, Steve Brooksy, you're on fire today. Dropping some bangers. Sometimes you got to wait 3 years to get a deck of cards. True. Specifically, again, the line, right? It's a line system. Although on Kickstarter, it's really a free-for-all just because it happens to be online. Magic for Beginners says, what's up, my man? I say, back at you, dog. Next time I drive by the methadone clinic and see the line, I remind myself that God is real. Thank you. Yes, even at the methadone clinic, the line is the perfect system. That's what lets me know that there is in fact a what did they call it? Intelligent design is what the crazy ones call it. Speaking of intelligent design, this is Emmanuel Macron. This is a video that's gotten popular as of late, and I guess it's just a human thing, right? You see a guy in a precarious situation, like he's shaking. It should be human instinct to go, oh shit, man, hey, what's wrong? You good? Is this fine? Again, because we live in a society. If I see somebody struggling, usually I open the door for them. If they're picking up something heavy, I try to help them. I try to better society around me as best I can, right? Because I'm a decent person. Not the case. Not the case for the elite. In this case, for Macron. I believe he was the one recently, I don't know if it was him, trying to do something where he pushed back the retirement age, I believe. I might be wrong in that. And he's doing an interview and he realizes, oh shit, I'm wearing a fucking nice watch. And then you see him kind of like jerking off and removing it. And then in the next shot, his watch is gone. At that point, you're busted. You're on the internet. Everybody's going to know your business. But here, it's the same bit. Oh, again, video drivers. Third time I have to refresh them. Wow, thank you, Dell. I really appreciate you. So we have Macron here. Obviously, he's aware. There's no way that he's not aware of this seizure that's taking place next to him, right? As he's going up, he's just trying his best. He's doing that thing where you're in public and you see somebody over there that you recognize. So then you try to point out something here and you go, oh, shit, wow, suddenly this becomes the most interesting thing in the world. Wow, what's over here? Same thing with this guy, right? You see this video. I should have shown you the whole thing and then kind of broken it down. But here he's coming up. This guy's having some episode. Look at this. Nice photo op, buddy. And then here comes the manager. Nope, let me just cover this. We're so fucking retarded. We're so retarded. We're inhuman. Some of us. Right? Look at this. Let me turn off the audio here. But what is this, man? You're doing that thing. Oh, no, look, I'm so infatuated with your face. I'm going to ignore everything around me, man. I'm just very infatuated with you. Even though I could hear, for some reason, the sound when you kill a skeleton in Minecraft is happening pretty loudly behind me. But I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to ignore that because I'm paying attention because I got a photo op. I got to look good for the press. I'm willing to bet that when those pictures get released, if they're being released by his people, they're just going to Photoshop this dude, or they're going to crop him out. They're going to generative AI fill this guy. So look at this. He's just there, nice photo op, and then homeboy, instead of coming in and seeing how he could help in this situation, he just comes in and, oh, let me cover it. Yeah, that's going to help. Let me just bring more attention to it by covering it with my body. I mean, oh yeah, that's definitely it. I've seen that a lot when it comes to these sort of situations. Somebody will come in and then they'll just block the thing. We saw it happen, you fucking retard. Retard. I guess it's in France, so it makes sense to call him a retard. So we need to be better. We need to be better.
Be better. Be better. Be better. Be better.
Again, I have to remind you of the context of that video. It's Father's Day, and these two very privileged women are telling you, the man, that you should be better as a father and as a man because you sometimes want to play golf on weekends. So you should be better, says Michelle Obama and Oprah Winfrey. Was that Macron? Yep. Let's see what else we have here. I need to get a hold of your dick to do a review for it on my channel. How does it feel to hold? How can I play with it? And how does it handle a knuckle shuffle? Well, here's the thing, right? I've sent one to Magic Orthodoxy. I got to send one to a couple more people. I would send it to you, but the shipping for the prototypes is ridiculous. I don't know how much it's going to be. It's probably going to be like $80 to send it to England. If sending it to Canada was fairly expensive, I could imagine sending it to England is going to be like trying to find a Hope Diamond. But I'll see if I could send you one. Obviously, I'm hoping that they get here between the campaign. So it needs to get here. The one in Canada is going to get there by, sometime during the campaign. But I might. Depends on the price of the shipping. The world went to shit after Mr. Rogers died. I agree. I think the moment he died, everything just went in a solid nosedive. I'm publicly calling out David if he doesn't review your deck. Maybe I should have sent one to David from Unbiased Magic Reviews. But I did send one to Magic Orthodoxy. French people are really tough. World War II gave them a bad rap. They have always been tough. They just got tired in World War II. Not anymore. At least the ones that... because, again, World War II, you had kids. World War I going to fucking fight, right? So the man now isn't really the man back then. Ever drive by a Redbox and see somebody taking 30 minutes to get a movie? That's why I don't miss video stores. Well, Redbox is kind of lame because it's this machine that essentially is saying, hey, rob me. I have my credit card on me and I'm going to be distracted by the next, 5 to 10 minutes. So please rob me if you see me on this stupid machine. But you walk into like a Blockbuster, you could browse around. It's like a thing. Oh, look, let's grab this movie. It's you bring your bitch there. It's a conversational thing. I miss the Blockbuster bit. Meanwhile, now everything's just too clinical. ¿Por qué te enojas si hago una compilación? Probablemente te daría un impulso a tu canal. Right? Translating for you guys that are inbred and don't speak multiple languages. Come on, be better.
Be better. Be better.
You get it. He says, why does it anger me if I make a compilation? Probably, it would probably help your channel. It would probably give a boost to your channel. Well, it's good. It's all fine and dandy. Apart from the context being removed from certain bits and bobs and also assumptions being made that are incorrect. And those assumptions being sent to potential employers with the little snarky message of, is this really who you want representing your company? Oh, I would have thought better of this particular company, but instead, this is who you choose to represent your company. Wow. Huh. Maybe I'll just make some sort of campaign. You fucking, oh, God, that was a fun time in my life. Imagine getting those emails. You're just reading, just people stretching shit, reading comments of people just making assumptions from nothing. They're jokes. If you can't take them, I don't know, move out of California. What else here? Okay, I guess we have some topics. God damn it, of course. Hey, man, I'm going to have 20 messages sent your way. Let me go through here. I guess this one is a good, appropriate one. I need to pick which one is going to be a better one to talk about. This one, because I've looked it up. This is a guy doing a bit. This is a middle school bit, by the way. Right here, as you can see from the picture that he's urinating. Right, I'm going to play it, but just some context. Maybe the pixels aren't good. Actually, I'm in the way. Look at that. Let me get myself out of the way, deflate my ego for a little bit. So he's urinating on the elevator. You can kind of see him doing it on the buttons. This is a thing in middle school that I've seen people do. It was funny and hysterical at the time. What the people would do is that they would go to the bathroom. They would piss everywhere, right? So they would piss on the toilet. They would piss on the handle. They would go to where you what do you call this? Where you wash your hands, and they'd piss on that. They'd piss on a doorknob, and then one of my friends, which was funny at the time, he's like, "Oh, you want to come to the bathroom and talk shit?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not? It's always fun, the bathroom meeting." And I go, I take a piss, I flush, and then I'm like, "Why is this wet?" And he goes, "Oh, I pissed on that." And he goes, I go, "For real? Man, you pissed on the fucking handle?" He goes, "Yeah, I pissed on it." I go, "Oh, fucker. All right." I go to wash my hands. The fucking, the thing is wet. He goes, "I pissed on that too." I'm like, "You fucker." I go and wash my hands. I go to open the door to leave. He goes, "Hey, guess what? I pissed on the handle too." Fucker. But it's a great prank. It's not a good prank when you're doing it in an elevator. Especially in China, where everything's made out of cardboard. So homeboy starts pissing. A good stream, by the way. Good flow. And seems to have some sort of issue. Could you imagine? I don't think there's an elevator here in the States where I could piss on the buttons and it's going to make the elevator react like that and short circuit. What did he do? I mean, how is this possible? Unless your elevator is made out of Lego pieces. Unless you got your elevator from a cereal box, essentially, which is what it seems. And he's freaking out because the door opened. He's like, "Let me get the fuck out. Let me touch the very thing I just urinated on as a prank." This guy's an absolute legend. Of course, all the comments and references were like, "Whoa, man. Guy, karma. I think it's a funny bit, right? I think it's a funny bit if you are in middle school, right? If you're juvenile, it might be a humorous bit. Not anymore. If you're an adult and you piss on my sink, on the sink, and on the handle to the toilet, we're throwing down. But in middle school, whatever. You're gross. You're disgusting anyways. But I want to know more of the electrical component of this. Like, how shittily does your elevator have to be wired in order for it to short circuit like this with a little bit of urine? I mean, it's not a great amount of urine. It's just a normal amount of pee-pee. And it completely disarms this entire elevator. This is like a good thing if you want to sabotage somebody's building. In China, hey, I just got to piss all over the buttons in the door and it's good to go. That's going to ruin this entire elevator. So I just found that particularly interesting. And especially because another compilation that you could look at online are China building fails, where you could grab the building and essentially grab it in your hand and just crumble the things they used, whatever concrete they used. It's essentially made out of either Lego or ramen noodles that you could just crumble the building. So I have to imagine their approach to an elevator is probably the same. And the very reason, let me give myself one of these. The very reason why somebody could completely disarm an elevator with urine is because this is wired like, I don't know, like, man, improv master, come on. Like Ray Charles did the wiring, right? That's a good one. I saved it. Karma's a bitch, though. Dude, most people can't do basic math. 3 languages is awesome. 7 is genius level. That's 7 more languages isn't slightly above average. You guys are talking about differences in language. Dude, it's made in China. That's getting the pin. You're getting the pin of glory, Brian. That's a good one. It's clever because the layers. There are layers. That's what I appreciate the most. And the ones that I tend to pin are the ones that are in layers, right? So your comment has layers. It's an elevator in China. It's made in China. Whoopah. Whoopah. You got it. You nailed it, buddy. What else here? I guess the last topic that I have is Simps. Simps. So this is something that's always been around. It's always something that it's existed. It's not like it's a new thing, but the term simp is relatively new, much like Karen. So a simp, someone that is trying too hard for a woman. Usually this could be financial, this could be attention. And sometimes the woman, most of the time, all the time, the woman's not worth it. If you have to put more in. Now, I get paying for her dinner, right? If it was a real ideal world, the person that suggested the outing would be the one that pays, right? So if she goes, "Hey, we should go and have dinner." All right. That means you pay. That's the ideal world. However, yes, you should pay. If you're the man, hey, here it is. All right, whatever. Enjoy the nice dinner. I don't think that's simping. I think that's you being what you're supposed to do. Now, granted, if she says, "Hey, let's split it," You got yourself a winner right there. You got yourself someone that doesn't care and says, no, fuck you, we're splitting this motherfucker. And then that's one that you want to start a foundation with. But these right here, these type of, I guess, internet prostitutes is the best way to put it, that go online and they brag about people sending them money because they're desperate, and they post their Cash App on their Instagram bios where they're essentially putting out. There's this person that I've been following on TikTok as of late that's an Orthodox Jewish Latina woman. And she's dressed so conservatively that I find it completely unavoidable to get a throbbing erection from looking at her. Just because you got to earn your way to remove those articles of clothing. Women now, you see everything. You're just given everything from the get-go. You just follow her on Instagram and you could see essentially what she looks like naked. Which I don't want that. I want to earn that. That should be something that's earned. No. There's no modesty anymore. There's no decorum. And neither is with this particular bitch, right? With this individual that is bragging about how many times she's getting paid here. Realizing you can ask random men on Tinder for money and they will literally give it to you. If you're giving $690, $700 to, I mean, again, taking this with a grain of salt, this could be very well photoshopped. This could be fake. But looking at the videos that we're going to see from her account, this is a pattern. That's money that you've earned. Now, granted, it is your money. You could spend it however you want. But it's also within my right to call you an idiot for spending it, giving it to someone that's just asking for it, that's not deserving of it. That's also doing the same with hundreds of other dudes, potentially. Gross. Let's look at her account. I guess the comments here are also pretty good. What app is this? You have this idiot, I guess. A sad red flag. It's a little bit based. These comments, goals, and we have another internet prostitute. What app is this? The money app is called Oops. What? Come on. Bet. So we have a bunch of these similar-minded individuals that are just thinking this. If you look at her account, it's the same vibe. Like, did you know? Hey, I could get money from these dudes. Is this one? Things I regret putting on my credit card. You're a summer intern in New York, and your manager thinks you're best friends. So the whole vibe here is taking advantage of dudes because you have a vagina. Let's see this one. I'm going to show this to our kids. Your situationship Venmos you every time he misses you and tells you to come over. What a nerd. What a nerd, Ben. Come over, Ben. What a nerd, Ben. If you're out here giving a woman money, your situationship, not even your relationship. You know what a situationship is? A situationship is a term coined by young whores where they're not ready to commit to a relationship, but they want relationship stuff and they want to fuck other people. That's what a situationship is, right? So this is a term they've coined recently, maybe 2 years ago, and it's pretty much like, oh yeah, my situationship, we're going to go watch the movies and then hang out and probably fuck after, but I'm going to see Ben on Friday. So you're dating this guy, but somehow you manage to finagle a way to still see and fuck other men. That's what it is. And it works both ways. This still works with men that have situationships with women, and you're also equally gross. You're disgusting. Come on. Have a modicum of decorum. Be better.
Be better. Be better. Be better.
Be better. Gosh, I've missed these streams. Good to be back. Sorry I've been gone for a while. I was T-boned by a bitch in a GMC while riding my motorcycle. What a throwback. What a throwback. A GMC Acadia. This bitch out here running. PigCake, I sent you Matthew Furman's dating profile app. Did you get? Maybe that's the notifications that I received. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you, Manel. Thank you, Manel, for that text. I got the joke. Yes, I'm very aware at the similarity in the names. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. You said I found a magician's. Great thing, by the way, that I clicked on a link on an Instagram account. Let me click here. All right. No way. How to choose pictures. Why are they using Furman as an example? Hold up. Now I have to click on this. Playing with fire. Okay, so now you've deviated. You've deviated me from talking about Simps, Steve Brooksy. I was going to call you fucking Brian. So now I have to go. I have to go to YouTube, youtube.com. Again, I have to type in the whole fucking URL because I'm on Bing. So I have to type the whole thing. And now I have to type up Tinder profile tips for men. Tinder profile. God, it's so hard doing this with one fucking hand. Tips for men. And then the channel, because I'm an idiot and I just looked at it, but I don't remember it. It's called Playing with Fire. Playing with Fire. Okay, there you go. Jesus. Playing with Fire. Fuck. Tinder profile tips for men. How to choose pictures. Okay, so I hope this is the one. Obviously, because I don't have ad block on my Bing, it's going to have an ad for what? Kombucha. Ill. And then internet, Florida Department of Transportation. Yeah, right here, Florida Department of Transportation giving me a ticket for wearing headphones on my scooter 20 years ago. And yet, people with headphones inside of their helmet don't get anything. So let's see what this guy has to say here.
Exactly how to take and choose better pictures for your online dating profile. I know it's an area where a lot of men struggle, so I want to make a very clear and concise video on this topic. And we're going to do this by taking a look at several examples of guys who had shitty profiles. I'm going to explain exactly why their pictures weren't working. Then I'm going to show you what they did to improve their profile, and then break down why those pictures worked and why the previous ones didn't, so that you guys can replicate their success.
Is this guy about to roast Matthew Furman? Matthew Furman, if you guys don't remember, is a magician. He got popular because Chris Ramsey made fun of him. And unfortunately, Chris Ramsey then apologized. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Don't apologize, all right, for making fun. Especially when they deserve it because of this right here, right? So I don't know if he just randomly picked on Matthew Furman randomly. But whatever it is, that's hysterical.
A month, and he was super frustrated. So let's take a look at his bios. Online dating just didn't work for him. He tried. Take a look at our first example. This is a guy who was convinced that online dating just didn't work for him. He tried different apps, different profile setups, different bios. Nothing worked. He was getting maybe one match a month, and he was super frustrated. So let's take a look at his pictures.
Wow, what a way to put him out there. What a way. What a fucking way to put this guy out there and go, yeah, so he was getting no matches. He was getting no bitches. He was just out here wondering, why it is that he... And then, boom, busts out this guy right here. Damn, what a way to just subtly go in there and poke him. Fuck. It's like when your barber... there was a TikTok I saw the other day because there's a trend now where barbers are talking about the haircut and how to teach you to cut hair and all this stuff. And one of them was, so right now my client has a really receding hairline. We're going to try our best to fix it, but Lord knows there's not going to be any help for this particular hairline. As you can see, it's receding all the way over here. And it poked fun at that. I guess it's the same here to some extent, that comparison. It's like, oh, my friend here posted his picture. Let's just roast him.
Figure out why. And as I pull up this first picture, you can probably see exactly what's going on. This picture is atrocious. Vast majority of chicks who saw his profile were not making it past the first photo. So this is bad for two reasons. First of all, it's really posed, right? So it's kind of like, get the picture. It just doesn't really make sense for someone to be taking a picture of him.
Yeah, and the shirt. Come on, man. That's like a fucking... That's not even like an old money shirt. That's just a fucked shirt.
Talking on the cell phone. Like, generally your friends are like, oh, dude, look at you. You can talk on the phone.
I thought he had kids, man. This has to be a parody. I thought he was married with a kid. There's no way. Let's see if he makes a comment. Matthew Furman right here. Didn't realize my pics are mediocre at best. Is this him? Yeah. I'm going to shoot one right now. Thank you for letting us review. Every profile has room for improvement. So this is real. This is actual. This is a thing that he actually went and said, hey, man, rate my pictures. What?
Let's get a picture of this, right? So for that reason, it looks very posed. But secondly, also, like, look at his face, right? He just looks, it's not a good representation of him. He's one of those people who doesn't look good when they fake a smile. And I fall into the category.
Yo, my friend here is one of those people. He's just ugly. Doesn't look good. He looks posed. He looks fake. He's out here getting no bitches. I mean, look at his picture right here. There's a perfect example of a man that gets no bitches.
as well. Like, kind of see, I just don't look good when I try to fake a smile, right? And for, if you're in this category, the solution is not to fake a smile, right? It's okay if you look serious in your profile pictures. When you're getting photos done, just try to have fun with the photographer, crack some, dick jokes, whatever. Just try to have a good time. And if you can naturally smile, it's going to be a good thing. If not, then you're just going to have a more serious profile. That's okay as well. It's a much, much better option.
That's also a great tip when taking pics of bitches, by the way. I've done that a couple of times. You got to make them laugh as you take the picture. You get a nice smile, and then, oh my God, he's so funny, and he's taking pictures. Well, Pam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
And trying to fake a smile and looking like this. Second photo. So this one's a lot better if I had to rate his previous profile picture.
No. I'll tell you why. This one aggravates me to no avail. It's obvious that he used portrait mode on the iPhone. But what he did is that instead of having a natural isolation between him and the background, because obviously the iPhone is trying to emulate a lens on a camera, what he did is that he just picked out himself and unblurred that. That's not how cameras work. This doesn't look natural. You look like, I want to say mentally ill virgin, but I think that'd be too mean. So I hate this trend of iPhone portrait pictures that are done incorrectly. And then what a coincidence that the bench behind you is in perfect focus, but this behind you seems to be out of focus. That's not the way cameras work. This looks AI generated. So that's my problem. If I'd be a girl, that's what I'd be thinking if I see this picture.
Would be 1 out of 10. This one's maybe like
what watch is that too, by the way? I'm trying to figure out what watch is that. It's like a really gold case on like a black rubber. I don't know what type. It's very clean though.
4 out of 10. So it's a lot better. He looks a little bit broody, but that's okay. He's got his coffee cup on. The issue is that this picture it shows off his face clearly. That's good, but it's not like a cool activity picture. He's just kind of in the middle of nowhere, just sitting.
It's not flattering. I mean, it's not flattering, man. This guy's just homeboy like this. Yeah, and Hungry and Hungover, I just peeped at your comment here. You're right. This guy's out here, the kettle calling the pot black. Homeboy's out here with like a mouth of a person that was given thalidomide as a child. He's out here sitting with his, I guess the focus of this video would be his knee, his dirty knee. You see the bottom of his shoe, like, ew, dude. Come on, at least frame this a little bit better. And also you can't control the lisp, I guess. So he's also with a lisp saying this pics is not good. It looks like, and imagine to be this guy right here, Matthew Furman, and sending your picture, your profile, to get roasted by this guy. Talk about the blind leading the blind. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Thank you, Max Payne.
Drinking coffee. So it's like, okay, you can drink coffee. That's cool. So it's kind of neutral. It doesn't really add much, but doesn't really detract anything either. But I think the issue is that most girls weren't making it past this previous picture. So 99% of girls didn't even get to see this photo. Next picture is really bad. And this is mainly due to body language. So this is
what even is that, man? Somebody said, hey, man, I'm going to take a picture of you. Just go ahead and sit on that bench, right? They went to the same area. You could tell. Look at that. I'm doing the work that this guy should be doing. But this guy's doing it like he's on the same boat. I'd like to see this guy's dating profile if he's talking so much shit. Hey, man, could you do me a favor? Could you look like you just got spine surgery? Is that something you could do for me, my man? Could you please sit down on this wooden bench, this uncomfortable wooden bench, and just look like they just did surgery on your lumbar? Because then that's really going to attract the bitches, is if they see you hunched over, like you had a really strong cum shot, and you go, like that. Please, that's going to be a good pose. And make sure to bring your hunch, but bring your neck up. They like that. Let's see if I could kind of replicate that. One of these, right? Is that good? Do I look good? Let's go. That's I think that's the vibe. And then the camera guy, who's, by the way, the best comedian in the planet. That guy deserves whatever award they give to comedians. Please give it to that guy. Because when Matthew Furman inevitably asked him, hey, man, does it look good? He goes, yeah. Yeah, man, it looks good. Oh, this is art. Thank you, Steve Brooksy. Thank you, Steve Brooksy. This is great. This is great content. I can't believe this exists.
Right, it kind of hurts for me just to sit like this. His body language is just atrocious, right? You want to do basically the opposite of what he's doing in this picture. You want to be relaxed, at ease, taking up space.
Yeah,
you know, like,
show your dirty,
like this,
your
right?
dirty
Taking up a lot of
sweatpants.
space. I look relaxed. I'm just look like I'm at ease versus, super tense and super uptight. So
And
that's
posed.
definitely going to be a big turn off to chicks on a subconscious level.
The
and
chicks.
probably even conscious level.
Dude, there's gonna be a turn off to chicks, man. It's gonna be a turn off. Chicks don't like that, man. You might want to change your posture, man. Who the fuck is this guy? Why is this guy giving advice? Acne at 35. He's got like braces. Holy shit.
Also, he kind of has an
He's on a black leather couch.
awkward look on his face. Like this also, he has a hobby, photography, which is good. That's a high value thing. The problem is that this picture was taken from downwards angle, which makes him look shorter. So that's a no-go. You always want to take pictures from either neutral angle or downwards angle.
Yo,
so for that reason, also it's
camera
cropped really
guy.
badly.
This camera guy, whoever Matthew took with him to take pictures, is a fucking legend. I want to meet this guy. This guy is as funny as I wish I could be. Because he said, nah, man, I'm going to take some pics of you, dude. You're not getting any pictures, bro? You're not getting any matches with your pictures? Bro, I'm going to help you out, man. And he took these pics of Matthew Fairman and said, fuck it. Fuck it. They look good. Dude, you're going to get so much with these pics. Oh.
Right? He's only taking up about half the frame, which again makes him look kind of short and meek. So this picture should be cropped maybe an inch above his head, something like that. So he's taking up most of the frame. Next pic, so this one's going to be maybe a 2.5 out of 10. He doesn't look too terrible in it. It's just mainly his energy. He just kind of looks like he's just like in a bad.
What is that, man? Hey, let me take a random picture in this shitty spot in New York. Let me frame myself between the trash cans. Sorry, I had to reset the video drivers. Haha, so quirky. On my fucking Dell. Let me frame myself with the garbage cans. That's a good framing, man. You look good there. Now, do me a favor. Could you place your hands in your pocket awkwardly and really let's highlight how many wrinkles are on your shitty khakis. Can we please highlight that? And then also, let's show off the fact that you didn't even bother to. I would say, right, if you're not going to tailor your pants, at least roll them up, right? Roll them up so that they look tapered. So you roll it up in one direction, right, with the sleeve outside, and then you roll it back. And it gives you nice, sharp, creased lines, especially with khaki pants. And he didn't even bother to do that, which makes it seem like, oh, so you can't even buy clothes that fit you. That's what bitches are thinking. They're looking at that and thinking, whoa, this guy can't even buy clothes that fit him. And how did they do AI deepfakes for Christopher Walken? That's what I'd be asking if I'm a woman that saw this particular profile picture. Let's see what this guy says is the reason why he needs better improvement.
Bad mood, like he was just stuck in traffic for 4 hours. He has to take a shit really badly, and he just wants this photo shoot to be over with. His pants are really wrinkled. That's also girls going to notice these little details. Funny enough, he's wearing the same exact shoes that I am. But aside from that, this is a fairly...
Red flag. Red flag. Red fucking flag. Look at the blind leading the blind here. Oh, funny enough, he's wearing the same shoes. That's not a good one, man. If you're wearing the same shoes as the dude that you're roasting and you're trying to improve his posture, his stance, his outfits, his appearance, and you're wearing the same shoes, be better, my dude.
Poor picture. It looks kind of posed. He's just like, okay, let's do this. Let's get this picture over with. That's kind of the vibe it gives off. Last picture. So this picture actually looks pretty natural. He's not posing for it or anything like that. The problem is that with the way the lighting is and the way his eyes are, he looks very feminine in it. So it's a natural.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he looks like a
he
chick.
doesn't look good in it. So you kind of see the pattern here. That all these.
Yeah, but what is that? Is that a torture chamber? Like a torture chair from 2050? What even is this? Is this a massage chair? Like, I don't understand the context. And also, you cut his fucking legs off in the picture. You have the framing up here of just this empty blank, what looks like to be aluminum foil in a rape chamber. And then it looks like a chick. And you're in this torture device. What else? I mean, you can't really say, oh, this is the best one. I think this is the worst one.
He has are either he doesn't look natural in them, he just looks really posed, or he doesn't look good in them, or usually a combination of both those things, including some poor cropping and some poor body language. Now, let's take a look at his profile after we made some changes. So this is a lot better. His first picture is, again, just a 9 day
I
difference.
can't even right now with this guy. This is no longer the roast of Matthew Furman. This is the roast of this guy right over here. So now let's look at his profile with some things that we've improved upon. Okay, so you got, okay, there is some improvement here. I'm not going to lie. I can't just shit on him completely. But what do you got? You got him with the sunglasses, right? The background separation is way better. You got this one pouring a glass of wine. Still looks extraordinarily posed. It's in your house. You have a dog. I guess that works with bitches. This, if you want the liberal honeys, right? You got one with your mask standing awkwardly as shit. Photographer one, I guess, but you still look like Christopher Walken. It's from the down up angle. So whereas you don't look short, you still look like you fucking somehow have the chin fat of a man that's twice your weight. This, I guess, would be the better one. It looks more natural. Like, hey, I'm visiting New York. Here we go. There's definite improvement here, but you didn't do much. You just added what you should have been taking from the beginning. You added a dog, which all women love. And then this is awful. This, unless you want to bang a blue hair chick, right, with blue armpit hair, why would you add this one with this awkward, unnatural position? Cut off again at the knees. What's going on here? Is this guy, let's see, after changes, he's going to explain these pictures, I guess, individually. Is he going to show off his pics? That's what I want to know. Are these his? No, this is obviously another individual entrepreneur. Let's see, after changes.
Good, neutral, relaxed facial expression. So this one's about 7 out of 10. Then we have the puppy pic. So he has a little bit of a goofy look on his face, but it kind of works because he has the dog, right? So girls will, if he had this, this look in his first picture, it really wouldn't look good, but because he's got the dog on his arms, kind of makes sense. It's almost like, he has a sentimental side, and it looks like him and the dog are having fun.
This reminds me, I'll tell you exactly what this reminds me of. This reminds me of a thing that me and Daniel looked at years ago now on ham radio. That was a documentary on incels, which unfortunately I think got claimed or some shit happened where the video, I don't know if it's still up on YouTube, but it was a great one because we looked at this documentary of incels. And what's wonderful about the documentary is that they have a dating coach that's an incel, essentially himself. And he's out here telling these betas to be an alpha while he himself is on the lowest end of the totem pole. So it's, again, another example of blind leading blind. Now, yes, obviously, he did improve these pictures. But at the same time, this should be the baseline. That should be the baseline, not whatever the fuck abortion he had before. So for him to go like, yeah, man, these are way better. Yeah, obviously you're cheating here. You put a puppy picture. You took a picture that's flattering, that doesn't show him with 14 chins, that has good background separation. You put the mask on. I guess you're in New York. It makes sense. You're trying to get laid after all. You're not trying to get into arguments. The camera, but it's still from a shitty pose. I would say, you know what? First, dog, and then New York picture, and you're good to go. That's it. But fucking A, dude. That was a hard watch, to be honest. Playing with fire. 137,000 subscribers. I feel like I am doing way too much for what I've gotten from my channel. Do you think it's the same for women? And then he's responding back and forth. Bro, grow some facial hair. Telling Matthew Freeman. Dude, just get a beard, man. Oh, shit. The audacity of this man sitting down. You have to roast Furman here, says Hungry and Hungover. Yeah, I agree. Now the pic quality doesn't matter. You're not having sex dependent on camera skills. Just be around a friend and pets look warm. Also be hot. True, but you could also not be hot and look good in pictures. It's a lot of girls that I know are unbelievably photogenic, but then you see them in person and you go, oh, and it's the opposite too. They look amazing in person, but in pictures they look just grotesque. Same with dudes. There's ways you could do it. You could trick it, as you could see from the first picture. I wouldn't even think from this first picture that that's Matthew Furman. I wouldn't have thought that that's him. If you showed me that picture, I'd be like, oh, it's just some dude in a fucking city. So I wouldn't even think that that's him. So good job on that one, but that should be the baseline. There's no way this guy looked at these pictures here and said, yeah, no, that's good. I'm going to put that on my dating profile. This one over here? Yep, for sure. Great. What? I thought there was a bug on my fucking hand. Dude sitting on the casting couch. Fuck. This guy needs to learn lean into his likeness of Christopher Walken. Yeah, I'd use that. I'd definitely use that. Oh, I'm his son. Christopher Walken's my dad. Dude roasting him is sitting like a woman and judging a man's appearance. That's most definitely the gay buddies in denial. Piggy, are you acting shy? AJ giving a hit all. I guess that's a reference to another comment there. I'm pretty sure those are elevator shoes. The YouTuber Alpha Destiny was wearing those too. Those pants are there to hide them. Is that the bit? Right? You have extra baggy pants so you could hide the fact that you're wearing platform shoes. They also have the insoles now that you put inside the shoe, and it lifts your heel up. So it gives you the illusion of height. But anybody that sees you goes, oh, your heel is out of the shoe. It's obvious that you're wearing these insoles. Fuck. Let's see what else here. Remember the beginning of Rona when he did card tricks with the mask on and then took the mask off for the climax? I didn't see that, but that's quintessential Furman behavior. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll have the card in my mouth underneath the mask. That's going to fool them. Completely destroying the purpose of the mask and then touching it, which is my favorite thing. Oh, you need to have a mask on to walk into the restaurant. But then the moment you sit down, you can take it off and you're good to go. Some hardcore ones, no, you can pull it down and then take a bite and then pull it up. Oh, so I touch the mask with my hand and then pull it down and then take a bite and then pull it up. If anything, I'm going to get more sick because I'm just adding a place for these germs to live just right here. As opposed to being here away from my... They're now here on the fabric of this fucking shitty mask. Let's go through here. You should be used to typing with one hand. Yeah, but on my phone, you have slides, so I could slide around when I'm masturbating, which is a joke there. PigCake respond to AJ. What did AJ say? Piggy, can you please be my mentor? A mentor. What would that entail? I feel like that entails some sexual favors. Accept your height, short king. Yeah, that's the other part here, right? That this one, in this one of these pictures, it's not flattering in terms of... first of all, it's not flattering to its hair, because you can kind of see that there's some balding in the crown area. You can't see what I'm looking at. But you're right. It looks like somebody took it. This camera guy, whoever this camera guy was, dude, please do some stand-up. That guy deserves the Nobel Peace Prize for comedy for taking these pictures and telling him, no, man, you look good. Let's take these post pictures. Were these all done in one day? No, because he changed his shirt here. He put on this goofy ass. It's goofy as fuck. Smile. Make sure to put my Max in the back. I think girls really get Max. So let's make sure the logo shows. This one with the posture of a man who just came a little bit too hard. This one, hey, make sure let me put the strap on my neck. I want to make it look like I'm very safe when it comes to my glasses. And my camera. Fuck, I meant camera, not glasses. I tried to save it there. Fuck. I would have car crashed me, but I can't put it in this particular one. And then this one is just come on, man. Fucking A. Like, at least come in from here, right? Put it on portrait mode, and then shoot up. So when you're shooting up, video driver... When you're shooting up, now you have the background. Now you have that nice New York skyline, and you can put that portrait mode. You put it a little bit subtle, not too aggressive, and you have a nice picture, right? Instead, you have this where just, fuck. Yeah, let me listen to this guy, though. Give me advice on how to take better pictures with his fucking platform shoes. Furman is just looking for love. Magicians should just learn that from him. Well, I've exhausted all the topics that I've had for today. We went through all of them. Went through some topics that I didn't think I was going to go through. This is the end portion of the video where I go through the comments, see if there's anything of value. As I mentioned before, my cards are coming out on Monday. I'm going to be making a video, I guess, for tomorrow. That's like, hey, Monday's the day. Monday's D-Day. No other special holiday, just my playing card launch on Monday, the 19th. And hopefully, everything's going to go well. The Kickstarter, I will be doing a live stream live during the release of them. I might do like a marathon thing where I start streaming at 11 or at 12, and then I don't end it until the campaign starts. Or you know what? I don't end it until the campaign is financed. Maybe I should do that and then wait for a month live. You're gonna see a lot. You're gonna see me naked a lot. You're gonna see a lot of walking back and forth. Some workouts here. You should see me bench in this area over here. But maybe I should do that. I know that I should do a longer format stream for that particular live, but I'm going to be putting it out on a live stream. So I guess that's going to be the next live stream, assuming that I don't do one between then, which I might, who knows. But definitely the one on Monday is going to be for the launch of the playing cards, and it's going to be all dedicated to that. So you could look up for those. That's going to be fun. I don't know what else is pertinent apart from that. But that is kind of a big deal to me. It is a big deal, so we'll see. Your joke about the elevator being designed by Ray Charles could have been written by Stevie Wonder. Thank you for that. I'm going to give you one of these.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
You're not welcome, fucker. I'm ready for advice. Got some trailer. I do have a trailer for the Kickstarter campaign. I have one. I made it. It's like thematic, I guess. Daniel is kind of bitching because he goes, you can't see the cards well, man. You can't see the cards well, but I'm doing it with a VHS filter. So I chose art and the conveying of the type of video that it was, which was a VHS, rather than showing the cards. Well, but there you have a lot of pictures there, so you can see what the cards look like, exactly what you could expect. Let's go here. I'm watching a magic video, and I get an ad for soap. Yeah, it's YouTube knows what they're doing. YouTube definitely knows what's going on here. How does Kickstarter work? If we buy them during Kadogan, how do we know if we get them even though the goal isn't reached? I don't know how it works. Well, the way Kickstarter works is that if I don't reach the goal, the cards don't get produced. That's the way. Although I'll probably just end up relaunching the campaign. If the 9/11 of Kickstarter campaigns happen and I don't reach my goal, I'll just probably do it on a different platform or maybe the same platform. But so if the campaign is not funded, the cards ostensibly don't get made. It's going through here too. I know I skipped some comments. Look at the way I say. Don't look at what I do. That's funny. Manel, he's dead. A girl's not going to fuck you depending on your wrinkled pants. Be charming, warm, and hot. Yeah, but the wrinkled pants don't help. Girls care a lot about appearance. Many times I've asked girls what they notice first. And it's never, oh, your warmth. They notice things like your bulge. They notice things like your butt. They notice things like your forearms. Is one that I've gotten before, which is just, I guess it makes sense. Big forearms means you could essentially Captain Hook 'em. But girls are worse than men when it comes to appearance and rating on appearance. A dude will compromise more often than a woman. Sorry. The Coke snort. But a woman will compromise more often than... Sorry, a man will compromise more often than a woman, right? If you're there and she's not necessarily your type, you're more inclined to take her home if you're a man. Whereas a woman, they have these nitpicky things. Oh, he has to look this way. He can't be, or he has to be this tall. But then, mind you, I make them laugh. And who's tall now, bitch? Huh? I guess I'm tall on your bed. Who would have thunk that, huh? Ho? Bro, anyone on Rumble watching this is long gone. Dude, this is the most Pride Month segment you've ever had, and that's coming from me. Well, this is the Gaberhood, okay?
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
You are welcome here. Everyone's welcome. Apart from people that think that it's okay to piss and shit in the water, you're not welcome here. He's roasting Matthew, but look at him, homeboy. It looked like he's taking a punch in the face. Yeah, that's the worst part. He has this like weird thing, this composure, and yet he's out here giving people advice. Platform shoes are for insoles. Are insoles the things that go in the shoe? I guess, yeah, insoles, right? But the platform shoes, I would imagine, are based on the length of the bottom of the shoe, whatever that part is, right? Where the rubber part that contacts the ground. I have to imagine that's the longer part, or is the longer part the insole of those height boosting shoes? Which one is it? I'm not sure. I live with my height, unfortunately. I wear the least flattering shoes for my height. For example, I had a quinceañera not so long ago, and what did I wear? I wore some loafers. Right? Again, I've mentioned I'm going through Miami Vice phase, so this is a perfect thing for it. There's no give here. My height is whatever my height is. There's no boost. There's no additional inches that I'm getting from wearing the shoes. I wear Vans almost exclusively, right? Sometimes I wear Nikes, some Air Force One knockoffs, but There's no height increase. My height, you know what my height is from when you see me standing up. Let's see. Incels Piggy. It's a pun, you dummy. Platform shoes are for insoles. Ha ha! I was just asking. Fuck. Dr. Skulls insoles. Dr. Scully's insoles. Fuck. Jason, one cannot have both. You should make a dating advice channel. One channel to increase virginity, one to decrease it. I don't know if I have good. I only have some good advice when it comes to bitches. One of them, which some people might disagree with, is I don't ask for phone numbers, right? I don't ask for phone numbers. That's something they could say no to. If you go, hey, I really like this conversation. Can I please have your phone number? Can I please have your phone number? They could say no, potentially. So you give them your number. That's the secret. That's the workaround. You give them your number. And if they call you, they're interested. If not, then you talk to the next fat one. But I think that's a nice little trick. And it worked recently with my beach endeavor. When are you next in London? We could go piss in the river there. I don't know. I mean, I go there during February. I was telling Peter Turner that I was going to go summer. But unfortunately, my taxes came up. And I saw what I owe the IRS. So I go, I'm not going to be going on any trips anytime soon. So I don't know. Piggy can. I don't know what you're referencing there. You cannot have one. Oh, you're right. That's true. I don't think I can due to the nature of my most successful channel. Most successful in quotes, of course, but the one that has at least the most subscribers up front. I don't know. I feel like it'd be contradictory. It'd be like this. The guy that was giving Matthew Furman advice. It'd be like him. And then what's going to happen? Another piggy's going to make a live stream making fun of him. So I don't want that. But I guess that's the end of the stream. We've gone a little bit longer than we usually do for this one, but it was a fun one. I'm definitely happy with it. Some advice at the end of the video. Well, you know what? I guess here, I have a couple things here. This is my coffee table. Usually it goes there, right? So if the bitches sit there, they see my coffee table. And I have a couple things expertly placed here. Number one, I have a stack of fake money, right? I have a stack of fake money, which is a humorous thing to have. Secondly, I have this from the How to Read Minds kit, which is the Dracula book, but it's a force book. You could force them to pick a certain word. They could open it, whatever page they want. They could look at the top word, and you know what it is. But Dracula's kind of edgy. So they see that, and they go, whoa, he's kind of mysterious. And I also have a tarot deck. And I've already explained this move where you have the Lover's card be fourth from the top of the deck, and you could force it on them. You could make them pick it. So if they go, oh, give me a reading, you could just force it on them and then have them pick it. And then now you could have an intro to a flirty way, right? So I'm glad I put this letter up here. Hopefully it didn't show anything too much. But yeah, I have those there. That's some good advice. So put things that you want to trick girls with, where they could see it. So in this case, I have Dracula, and I have it there so they could read it, and they could go, oh, you have Dracula? And I go, yeah. As a matter of fact, why don't we try something here? Why don't you stop at any page? Why don't you look at the top word? Yeah, look at it. Can you remember it? Can you think about the word? Is it something you could imagine? No? All right, think about it. If I get it right, you have to sleep with me. And of course, because of the laws of nature, they have to. So that's my advice there. What else? I guess I typically end it with... oh boy, and it was some form of mentioning the insider trading that Nancy Pelosi is partaking in with her massive hooters. But you know that already. You know that already. So I guess maybe I'll see you next time, Monday. If not, maybe some other time. Maybe on Sunday, I'll probably do a stream if I'm bored. But apart from that, fuck off.